All right, so I wanted to do a small little class of things that we could just do on the arc. I love the arc. It's the balanced body arc. It's great for back extensions and some other exercises. All right, so I'm on the balanced body reformer. Let's start with like a footwork. So I feel like everything is harder on the arc. So for footwork, I'm just gonna do 2 reds and a blue. I'm gonna keep the arms active and out. I'm in a Pilates V, just pushing out and coming in and sitting tall. So just trying to sit really tall the whole time. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then I'm gonna pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then I'm gonna stretch, and I could drop the heels, lift the heels for some calf raises, or you can also try running stretch. And then I'm gonna come up to the arches of the feet. I'll still keep the arms out active, bending in, stretching out. 4, 3, 2, pulses, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna stretch, and then I'm gonna come up to the heels, flex the feet, going out and in. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and then I'm gonna pulse. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do a little stretch, and then I'm just gonna do 1 wide on the heels and the turnout, still trying to sit tall. 8, 7, keeping the abs in. 6, 5, 4, I feel the arms because they're active. And then I'm gonna pulse. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, good. And then I'm gonna go into a little bit of jumping, like jumping on the jump board, but we're gonna jump on the arc. So I'm gonna go to 1 red spring. It's a lot lighter. Trying to sit up tall, keeping the abs in. I'm still gonna keep the arms active. Jumping out, landing. 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and then I'm gonna jump, rotate, and then coming in. I like this little series on the arc. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and then I'm gonna do a rotate. So I'm gonna jump opposite knee to elbow, and then the other side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And then finally, one of the best parts of the arc is the stretch. So going back, trying to get your head down. If you do get dizzy, you don't want to do that. A lot of clients, they can't go into the full back extension. So a lot of people, I just give them the ball and their head's just on the ball here. Otherwise, if you can get your head all the way down, you could stretch, you could keep the knees in, whatever feels good for your body. I'm just gonna add in some arm circles. But it feels really great to get into the back extension and then reversing it. You could always just try to drop the fingers down. You could just stretch out behind you, lengthening. And then whenever you're ready, you are gonna come up and sit tall. So we'll do some abs from here. I'm gonna interlace the hands behind the head, rolling back. I'm gonna go to like, you could go all the way back. Otherwise you could just go to like around here. Use the abs sitting up tall. Rolling back, inhale, and then exhale, sitting up really tall. Back, and then sitting up tall. I'm gonna try 3 more. 3, 2, so good. Last one. And then using the abs, coming up, sitting tall. I'm gonna bend in, I'm gonna reach for the foot bar. I'm gonna try a monkey stretch, or you could just try to stretch. If anything, you could just stretch out if you can't get to the foot bar. Okay, good. And then I'm gonna come off. It's actually getting a little hot, so I'm gonna take off my shirt and then coming back. And then I'm going to grab the straps. So this is definitely a challenge. I'm gonna try to stay on the one red. So coming back onto the arc, this is very hard abs. I'll try the inside straps to start, but might end up switching to the outside straps. So you wanna come back, you're leaning on the arc. You wanna be able to get the legs to tabletop. So you're scooping into the arc. Hugging the tree, like hug the tree, and then extending out over. If this is too challenging, you could just keep your feet here and just hugging. Otherwise, hug, extend, keep the abs in. 5, 4, this is definitely a challenge. 3, 2, last one, and then resting. Same thing for the next one, serving, but going into a teaser. So coming back, tabletop legs, extend, bending back. Extend, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. I'm gonna try to stay extended. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, good. So since I still have the straps in my hands, I'm gonna turn around and do some stuff facing the other way. I'm gonna stay on the one red spring. So it's up to you. Sometimes just turning around and holding the straps is a challenge. All right, so this is gonna help you with your C curve. So scooping, keep the abs in, bicep curls. You could keep the feet over, the legs over the hump, or you could come to tabletop, or you could do straight legs out. So really up to you, but you want to engage the abs. 4, 3, 2, last one, and then resting. I'll do a little shoulders from here. I'm gonna do the long straps. Back to the C curve, knuckles up, down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and then resting. I'm gonna come back to the inside straps, and then I'm gonna open, rotate, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, resting. Okay, and then we could try rowing from here. So I'm crossing the straps. I'm gonna hold the inside. If you wanted to go heavier, you can always choke up on the straps. Back to the C curve, out, in. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and then I'm gonna go into rotate. So one elbow pulls out, other side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and then resting. I'm going to drop the straps into the well. Okay, good, and then I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna change the spring. So I'm gonna go to a blue spring to make it more challenging. Lighter is harder for some exercises. And then I'm going to start with one foot high heeled up against the arc. The other leg is extended out, lifted in the shoulders, bending in, stretching out. Lifted in the wrist, keep the abs in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. I'm gonna stretch out and then pulse in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Those are very challenging, but really good. Okay, other side when you're ready. In, abs in, lifted in the wrists and the shoulders. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, resting. Ooh, definitely a little challenge. I'm gonna put both knees into the seat, straight arms, and just going out and in, keeping the abs in. 6, 5, just not sinking into the wrist. 3, 2, last one, definitely feeling it. Good, and then resting. I'm gonna have us come back to doing something similar like this for a stretch after. All right, so I'm going to the one red now, just so I have like holding me in, like feeling secure. We're gonna start with the obliques from here. First, let's do the stretch though. So I'm gonna stretch out, staying stacked up. This leg is bent, keep the abs in. We're just gonna start with the stretch. Breathing. Okay, and then when you're ready, I'm interlacing the hands, and then I'm gonna inhale, and then exhale to lift, and then drop, working obliques. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, staying up and pulsing. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then stretching. Those are very challenging, but very effective. Okay, the next ones are harder. Okay, so next I'm gonna lift, rotate, and then dropping over. Lift, rotate. 6, 5, 4, 3. These are always a challenge. 2. Last one. Stretching over. We're gonna try one more rotate on the side. I'm just gonna stay here and breathe for a second. Stretching. Okay, the next one, we're just gonna stay up, rotate, side. Rotate, side. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, stretching over. Those just like really don't ever get easier. And then we're gonna come onto the stomach and just try to reach for the frame. You could just stretch out, breathing. That was a challenge. Okay, and then we'll go to the other side. We'll do those, and then we're gonna come back to this side and do glutes. Okay, so stack over on the other side. Make sure you're square with the hips. So you're in a line out, and I'm gonna just stretch over, breathing. Whew. Okay, and then when you're ready, you're inhaling, and then exhale, lift, drop. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, stay up, pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch. Definitely feel the obliques working. Okay. Then we're gonna rotate. Lifting, rotate, and then drop over. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh my God, such a challenge. Stretching, breathing. One more, you definitely feel it working, which is great. Okay, last one, we're just gonna rotate to the floor. So we're gonna stay up, floor, side. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh my God, so challenging. Stretching over. Very, very, very hard. But effective. So I do love the arc, and then I'm gonna do the stretch. Definitely a challenge. I do love using the arc sometimes. I do feel like it really pumps up the workout. I'm switching to a blue, and I'm gonna grab the strap in the front. Okay, so coming onto the side, kind of in the same position that we were. I'm on a blue, so I'm gonna maybe do, actually I'm gonna do this one. I'm still gonna feel it. So it's always harder when you're lifted up on the arc. You could be like this with the elbow under the shoulder, lifted the whole time, or you could just drop down like this. I'm gonna start lifted like this and then extending out, bending in. So try not to lean. If you are lifted, staying lifted up, we're working the glutes. 7, 6, 5, 4. I could have maybe did a red, but I mean, I'm definitely gonna feel it in a second. Last one, straight leg out and then flexing forward, point back. Flex, point. 6, try to engage the glutes. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, I'm gonna stay back and go up and down. It's a little movement. 8, 7, 6, keeping the toes forward. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. I'm resting for a second, definitely feeling it. We're gonna go into circles next. So right now I'm happy I did the blue spring for the circles. 8, 7, 6, very challenging. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, reversing it. I'm gonna come down for the reverse. Woo. 8, 7, 6. So happy I didn't do the red. 4, 3, 2, last one. Okay. Oof, that is such a challenge. We're gonna do one last one on the side, then we're gonna go the other side, and then we're gonna do a stretch. Straight leg, toes to the floor, up and down. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you're feeling it, you could try to pulse. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. You could take the strap off. Ooh, I definitely feel that. I'm gonna pull the leg back, stretch. Ah, that was a challenge. Okay, now I'm gonna do everything on the other side. In the beginning, I was like, maybe I should have picked the red spring, but definitely glad that I went with the blue. And always listen to your body. If it's too much, just change it up. Okay, so I'm putting the foot in the strap. I'm gonna try to do exactly what I did on the other side. So I'm lifted in the shoulder, out, and keeping the toes forward. So right now this does feel like it could be more challenging, but I know where we're going, so this is good. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, straight leg out, and then flexing forward, point back, keep the abs in, use the glutes. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, I'm gonna stay back and then up and down. It's a little movement. Keep the toes forward. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Oh my God, resting. Whew, okay. Now the circles when you are ready. Keep the muscles engaged. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Wow. For the reverse, I'm going to just come down. So the reverse is, which way was the, so we just did that. So this is the reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Wow. Definitely a challenge. And then I'm just going to do that little one with the leg forward, toes to the floor, up and down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and the little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oof. That was a challenge. I'm gonna pull the leg back, stretch. Ooh. That was really hard. Okay, now we're gonna do a stretch. Going back to the red spring. And then I'm coming up, I'm gonna put one knee into the seat, and then you could bring the foot to the platform, stretching. If you wanted to pump it up, you could bring the foot here, and then just stretching out. So up to you, whatever feels good. You could try both or just doing one. This was a hard arc class. And then I'm gonna switch, I'm gonna start here. You could either go into the knee or you can straighten both legs. So whatever you're feeling, just try to do the same thing on both sides. And then I'm gonna bring this up. Ooh. I could definitely be tight sometimes, so I'm feeling this. And yeah, that was a quick, little challenging arc class. I love the arc. There's so much that you could do on it. If you guys have any questions, let me know, or if you want to see more arc stuff, because there's more stuff that you could definitely do with the arc. And yeah, till next time.